Well, good morning, friends. How are you this
morning.
morning? Hey, we have a question for you this morning. Do you ever find yourself starting with passion, excitement? Man, you got a goal, you got something you're going to do, and you start well, and passionate, excited, and then all of a sudden you find yourself with no motivation, no drive. Do you start well, but maybe don't finish well?
Yeah.
Pretty
common.
Yeah.
Pretty common.
Yeah.
I've been there.
I've definitely been there.
Yeah.
I think most of us have been there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Where you're just really excited and passionate about something, and you're motivated, and you're ready to go, but you just lose motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that happen? How do we lose motivation, and how do we get motivation back? That's what we want to talk about for a few minutes this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Why do we lose motivation?
I think one of the main reasons is because we have an expectation. We start something, we have an expectation of how that should look, how that should go. And when things don't happen as fast as we want, or the way that we want, or there's obstacles or challenges or whatever, I think it's really easy to lose motivation. I guess you could sort of feel sometimes like you get punched in the gut or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like the wind out of your sails, or I'm sure there's
There's
like
a lot of
a whole bunch of sayings, a lot of cliches.
Yeah.
I can do cliches, but yeah. All joking aside, it's like I think that's one of the main things.
I agree. I think one of the big reasons we lose motivation is we take our eyes off of our why we're doing what we're doing, and we start looking at the results and the expectation that we had, and we're not seeing the results that we wanted. We don't see them fast enough. We don't see them. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
And so, that's demotivating.
It's kind of defeating.
Defeating.
Can be.
Yeah. Yeah. The word motivation actually means reason. When you think, what was your motivation for doing something? What was your motivation for taking that action? What was your motivation? What was your reason? What was your why? Why did you do it? Why did you start that job? Why did you start that business? Why did you start that health plan? What was your reason? What was your motivation? And so that is connected. So when we think about that, I think that's powerful, because if we remember that our motivation is ultimately our reason, if we lose sight of that, if we lose sight of our reason, if we lose sight of our why, we lose our motivation.
So that has to do with focus.
Right.
And like we say all the time, it's Tony Robbins taught us, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Right. So if you're focused on something, that is where your energy is going to go. Whether your focus is on your goal, or whether your focus is on not meeting that goal, or this isn't going the way I want, and then you go down that road because that's where your focus is. Right.
It's all my energy is going to why I'm failing, or why I'm not, or and that's depressing, and no motivation in that. And so when you're focused on your why, when you're focused on your reason, if that reason is pretty shallow, when it gets hard, you'll lose motivation. If that reason is pretty deep and solid, and man, there is a reason, a deep, motivating reason why I'm doing this, it'll pull you through those times when you're not quite seeing it.
Right. Just as an example, I'm thinking, since I'm in the middle of a weight loss journey, it's like I've got lots of examples of that. So sorry if that gets old. But if my motivation, if my why when I started my weight loss program was, I'd like to lose a few pounds because I want to look better in those jeans. Then when it gets challenging or I'm struggling to make good choices.
Thanksgiving's coming, Christmas is coming.
Or Halloween. I used to love candy. This year, I didn't even think about candy, which is so liberating. So liberating. It's fantastic. But I'm old. I just lost my train of thought. Help me, honey.
When you are going through that struggle.
Shallow. I just want to lose a few pounds because I want to look better. But it's easy to fall off the wagon, so to speak. But my why is so much deeper than that. My why is getting off medications, which I'm doing. I've done some, and I'm working on that still. It is avoiding diabetes, which I've reversed, pre-diabetes, completely. It's controlling my rheumatoid arthritis, or eliminating it if possible. I'm not sure it's possible, but
it's in full remission.
My rheumatoid arthritis is in full remission. Those are the whys that keep me going. Yeah. Being able to do anything I desire to do, hiking, biking, swimming, whatever, running, all those things that I enjoy doing and wasn't doing because it hurt too much, or I felt uncomfortable, or I thought I looked horrible, or whatever, all those things, those are deeper whys that keep me motivated to keep going, and to get stronger, and to get leaner, and to stay on my program because it works, because it's working.
Yeah. So it's all about focus. It's where your focus goes, your energy flows. And so you're focused on that instead of this. And when you're focused on that, you're definitely motivated to stay the course.
Right. The other thing, just real quickly, is like when I'm focusing on what I'm getting out of being healthy instead of what I'm having to give up.
Right.
Totally different picture, different motivation. So much better to be focusing forward on the new life that I have created for myself versus the old life.
Yeah.
That, we can get stuck thinking about all the things we
lose.
We're not able, I can't eat this anymore or whatever. I was miserable back there. Miserable. And I'm not miserable. I'm happy. I'm fulfilled. I'm healthy. It feels so much better.
Which is motivating.
Yes.
And you want to stay the course.
Okay.
So Brendon Burchard, I read a quote from Brendon Burchard this morning that said, "You didn't lose motivation. You lost the reason you were fighting, or what you were fighting. You lost the focus on what you were fighting for. Mm-hmm. You didn't lose motivation. You lost the focus on what you were fighting for." And I think that's what we're talking about. It's where your focus goes. And when you lose that focus, so what we want to do, we want to give you a few ways that you can either get re-motivated or stay motivated. One of those ways is your environment. My environment helps me keep my focus. My environment shows me or puts things in front of me that I see things. So in my office, and I'll take a picture and post it in this thread, I painted chalkboard paint around on different walls and different places in my office, and I have statements like, where your focus goes, your energy flows, or ICA plus T equals XO. It's a formula that we have for intentional, consistent action plus time equals extraordinary outcomes. And so in my environment, what's your environment like, and how does that affect your motivation? It's hard to stay motivated on your health journey when your refrigerator and pantry is all snack food.
Right.
It's like your environment.
Yeah. And like Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Didn't buy one single thing.
Yeah.
Kelly bought her own candy this year for the first year in history. But she has her little stash. I don't even see it. I don't even want it. But just, again, so...
But if it's not there, your environment affects your motivation.
You're setting yourself up for success
by
creating a positive environment.
Keeping things in front of you. So what's another way that you can stay motivated?
Celebrating your small wins. In the weight loss world, we have what we call NSVs, or non-scale victories. So when I started my weight loss journey, if I waited until I actually reached my ultimate goal to be proud of myself, or to feel good about myself, or to give myself credit, I probably would have given up by now. But all along the way, there are things that I'm so thankful for, and things that have changed my life. Things like I'm wearing my original wedding ring, and it moves around, it slips around, it's loose. I hadn't been able to wear this ring for many, many years. And so I love that. I love being able to do that.
And that gives you that little bit of motivation.
Yeah, it's like I see that ring, it when it slips around, I'm like, yeah, that feels good. Because even when I was wearing it before, it wasn't loose, So it's just great. Just little things like that. So if you're working on a goal, whatever it is, maybe it's a financial goal, maybe it's a career goal, maybe it's a personal growth and development goal, give yourself credit along the way, because doing that can be very motivating and will just spur you on. It like ignites something within you that's like, yeah, I'm doing it. Yes, I can do this. It gives me self-motivation, from the inside out.
So celebrating little wins. And another one is community. Who are you surrounding yourself with? The power of people, the power of community and people, like-minded people in your life spurs motivation. Yeah. So if you stop and think about all the people that we put in our life and even on social media and all those things, and watch your mood by the conversations, and how many times have we talked about all the political and all the this and today's election day and it will
be over soon.
The divisiveness and pretty soon it's depressing, isn't it? It's depressing. Yeah. When you are intentional about who you surround yourself with, the community you put around you, it's motivating. You put the right people in. So in the health coaching, we have community. We have people that it's like we're journeying together, and when you're journeying together with people, I got your back. Because there's going to be days that you don't feel it, that I do, and the days that I'm not feeling it, and you do, and you bring me up. And on this day,
encouragement. There's accountability.
Yeah. So that really can help you with your motivation to press on and press through challenging times.
Yeah. There are many other things. There's one more we're going to mention today, and that is coaching. So we have found in our own lives that when we maybe struggle a little bit or are losing our focus, when we lean into our coaches, then it reignites that excitement, that passion, that even I think that excitement comes from, as we have said many times, our feelings come from our thoughts. So the thought that I think causes excitement is believing in ourselves. I believe that we can achieve that goal. It's like it reignites that passion and that excitement for that achieving that goal, whatever it is.
Well, I remember a time that we were just kind of losing focus, losing motivation in our businesses, and we leaned into our coach. That was a choice we made. Our coach wasn't babysitting. Our coach wasn't like hounding us or any of that. We leaned into our coach. Yeah. And our coach reminded us of our why, reminded us of our reason. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
What's it all about? Reminded us of our why. That was one piece. And then their belief in us was just what Robin was just talking about, gave us belief. That, we can do this. And we saw others, and we saw potential, and we saw possibility. People who've been down the road before us. And so that coaching was huge for us. When we leaned into our coach, it was like ignited some motivation in us. And that actually took our business to a whole nother level, because that motivation out of that experience with our coaches, we started seeing the results.
We started doing the action that was required. The intentional, consistent action.
Yeah. And we gave it time.
Over a little bit of time, and we're experiencing the extraordinary outcomes.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is in your life, what steals you of your motivation, or causes you to give up, or
get your focus off track.
Yeah. But we want to encourage you. Check your environment. Check your wins. Celebrate the little things. Make sure you're journeying together with like-minded people, and reach out to somebody who can speak into your life and give you some coaching and guidance in that, and you will achieve great things.
Yes. Make it a great day. Make it an extraordinary day. Because what do we know? We get to choose.
Every day.
It's our choice.
Every day we choose how we show up. How are you going to show up today? Go make it a great day. Show up well. Stay motivated. And if you ever lack some motivation and you want somebody to encourage you, we would love to hear from you.
Take care.